Throughout history, faith and miracles have shaped the lives of extraordinary saints, souls who healed the sick, fed the hungry, and defied nature itself. From Saint Brigid, who turned water into beer and multiplied food for the poor, to Saint Blaise, the healer of both people and animals, their stories continue to inspire and amaze. Join us as we journey through the lives of Saint Marcella, Blessed Ludovica Albertoni, Saint Nicola Saggio, and Saint Blaise. In the heart of ancient Rome, where power and prestige ruled, one woman chose a different path, a life of faith, humility, and self-sacrifice. This is the story of Saint Marcella, a noblewoman who renounced wealth and privilege to embrace a life of piety, charity, and devotion. Born in 325 AD to a noble Roman family, Marcella grew up in wealth and privilege under the influence of her devout mother, Albina. She was educated, well-connected, and destined for a life of influence. But God had a different plan for her. Married at a young age, Marcella soon faced heartbreak when her husband passed away just months after their wedding. Though she had many suitors, including the influential consul Cerealis, she rejected remarriage, choosing instead to dedicate herself fully to God. Inspired by the ascetics of the East, Marcella abandoned her luxurious lifestyle. She transformed her grand home into a center for Christian study and service, gathering a community of women devoted to prayer, scripture, and acts of charity. In 382, when the great scholar and theologian Jerome arrived in Rome, he found a kindred spirit in Marcella. Her home became a hub for theological debate and scripture study, where even Rome's priests sought her wisdom. When her dear friend Paula left for the Holy Land, Marcella chose to remain in Rome, tending to the spiritual and physical needs of her community. Her dedication to the poor and weary made her home a refuge for those in need. Then came the year 410, the sack of Rome by the Visigoths. At 85 years old, Marcella was brutally beaten by soldiers searching for hidden treasure. Despite her suffering, she begged not for her own safety but for that of her student, Principia. Even among the chaos, divine providence shone through. Moved by her faith, some soldiers took Marcella and Principia to the Basilica of St. Paul, a sanctuary amidst the violence. But her injuries proved too great. Exhausted and wounded, Marcella passed away a few days later, leaving behind a legacy of faith, scholarship, and selfless service. Her influence continued long after her death, inspiring generations of Christian women and theologians. Canonized as a saint, Marcella's memory is honored on January 31st. She is remembered not for her noble birth, but for her noble spirit, a woman who chose faith over fortune, service over status, and love over luxury. Saint Marcella, the noblewoman turned servant of Christ, reminds us that true greatness lies in humility and compassion. May her story continue to inspire us to seek wisdom, serve others, and remain steadfast in our faith. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories of faith. In the heart of Renaissance Rome, amidst the splendor and turmoil of the 15th century, was born a woman whose life would become a testament to faith, charity, and mystical devotion, Ludovica Albertoni. Born in 1473 to the noble Albertoni family, Ludovica faced early adversity with the loss of her father around 1475. Raised by her paternal aunts, she was instilled with a deep Christian faith and a commitment to service. In 1494, in obedience to her family's wishes, Ludovica married Giacomo della Seta. Together, they had 3 daughters. Despite the challenges of a turbulent marriage, Ludovica remained steadfast in her faith and dedication to her family. After Giacomo's death in 1506, Ludovica faced further trials, including a legal dispute over her inheritance. Emerging victorious, she chose a path of deeper spiritual commitment, joining the Third Order of St. Francis at San Francesco a Ripa in Trastevere. Embracing a life of poverty and service, Ludovica became known as the Mother of the Poor, especially during the sack of Rome in 1527. Her profound mystical experiences, including reported ecstasies and levitations, further deepened her spiritual legacy. In December 1532, Ludovica's health declined. She passed away on January 31, 1533, uttering Christ's final words. Buried in San Francesco a Ripa, her legacy of compassion and faith endured, leading to her beatification by Pope Clement X in 1671. Celebrated artist Gian Lorenzo Bernini immortalized Ludovica in a stunning sculpture housed in the Altieri Chapel of San Francesco a Ripa. The piece captures her in a state of divine ecstasy, symbolizing her union with God. Ludovica Albertoni's life remains a beacon of selfless devotion and spiritual depth. Her story continues to inspire, reminding us of the profound impact one individual can have through faith and compassion. Thank you for watching. To learn more about the lives of saints and their enduring legacies, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't miss our future videos exploring the inspiring stories of these remarkable individuals. Among its many saints, one name shines brightly through the centuries: Saint Brigid of Kildare. A woman of extraordinary kindness, wisdom, and faith, Brigid is not only a patroness of Ireland but a symbol of charity, learning, and hope. This is her story. Born around the year 451 AD in Foghart, near Dundalk, Brigid was the daughter of a nobleman and a slave woman. From an early age, she displayed a profound generosity, often giving away food, possessions, and even her father's wealth to help those in need. Brigid's compassion set her apart. She challenged social norms and stood up for the poor. Her father, frustrated by her generosity, even attempted to sell her, but legend tells us that divine intervention prevented it. Brigid's calling led her to become a nun, and eventually, she founded the famous monastery of Kildare around 480 AD. It was unique, a double monastery for both men and women, where education, artistry, and spiritual growth flourished. Kildare became a beacon of learning. The monastery housed one of the finest schools and a renowned scriptorium. Brigid's influence extended beyond Ireland, her reputation for wisdom spread far and wide. Legends tell of Brigid's countless miracles. She is said to have turned water into beer, multiplied food to feed the hungry, and even tamed wild animals. One of her most famous legends is the tale of the Brigid's cloak, which miraculously expanded to cover the land needed for her monastery. Brigid passed away around 525 AD, but her spirit remains alive in Ireland and beyond. Her feast day, February 1st, is still celebrated, marking both her sanctity in the arrival of spring. The perpetual flame of Kildare, rekindled in recent times, symbolizes her enduring light. Saint Brigid, woman of faith, guardian of the poor, and the heart of Irish heritage. Her story continues to inspire, a beacon of love and generosity through the ages. Thank you for watching. To learn more about the lives of saints and their enduring legacies, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't miss our future videos exploring the inspiring stories of these remarkable individuals. In the heart of 16th century Italy, a young girl named Alessandra Lucrezia Romola de Ricci was born into nobility on April 23, 1522. Little did the world know that she would become one of the most revered mystics of the Catholic Church. From an early age, Alessandra exhibited a deep spirituality. Orphaned of her mother as a child, she was placed in a convent school where she developed a profound love for prayer and devotion. At the age of 14, she answered God's call and joined the Dominican convent of San Vincenzo in Prato, taking the religious name Catherine in honor of Saint Catherine of Siena. Her journey was not easy. Young Catherine faced severe trials, including spiritual dryness and physical ailments. Yet, she remained steadfast in her faith. Over time, she was graced with extraordinary mystical experiences. Visions of Christ and the Passion, ecstasies, and even the phenomenon of the stigmata, bearing the wounds of Christ on her body. One of her most famous experiences was the mystical marriage, a divine union with Christ, where she felt spiritually betrothed to him. Her ecstasies would sometimes last for hours, even days, and she became known for reliving the Passion of Christ every week, particularly on Fridays. Despite her intense spiritual life, Catherine was not isolated from the world. She maintained correspondence with significant figures of her time, including Pope Pius V and Saint Philip Neri, who is said to have experienced her spirit appearing to him in Rome, despite her never leaving Prato. Catherine's holiness was not only in her mystical experiences but also in her leadership. She was elected prioress of her convent at a young age and served in this role for over 40 years. She guided her community with wisdom, humility, and an unwavering dedication to the Dominican rule. On February 2, 1590, Catherine de Ricci passed into eternal rest, leaving behind a legacy of faith and devotion. Her reputation for holiness led to her beatification in 1732 by Pope Clement XII and her canonization in 1746 by Pope Benedict XIV. Saint Catherine de Ricci continues to inspire the faithful with her example of deep prayer, suffering endured with love, and total union with Christ. Her life reminds us that through faith, perseverance, and divine grace, the soul can reach extraordinary heights. Thank you for watching. To learn more about the lives of saints and their enduring legacies, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't miss our future videos exploring the inspiring stories of these remarkable saints. In the heart of southern Italy, nestled along the Tyrrhenian coast, lies the humble town of Longobardy. It was here, on the 6th of January, 1650, that a child destined for holiness was born. His name was Giovanni Battista Clementi Saggio, later known as Saint Nicola Saggio. Giovanni was the firstborn of Fulvio and Aurelia Saggio, a devout couple who lived a simple life as farmers. They instilled in their children the virtues of faith, humility, and hard work. From an early age, Giovanni was accustomed to laboring in the fields, his family's means too meager to afford him a formal education. Yet, despite his lack of schooling, he possessed an insatiable hunger for spiritual knowledge and divine purpose. He often visited the convent of the Minims, drawn to their life of prayer and service. The spark of a divine calling ignited within him, and he longed to dedicate himself to God. But when he voiced his desire to join the religious order, his parents hesitated. They wished for their son to remain at home, to continue the family's legacy. Despite their opposition, Giovanni's faith remained unshaken. With unwavering determination, he entered the Franciscan Minims at the Paula Monastery, taking the name Nicola in devotion to his new life. His journey as a friar led him to serve in various places: San Marco Argentano, Montalto, and Cosenza. His devotion and diligence did not go unnoticed, and he was soon recalled to Paula to serve as secretary to the provincial. In 1681, Nicola was sent to Rome, where he was entrusted with assisting the parish priest and serving as the monastery's doorkeeper. It was here that he touched countless lives through his humility and compassion, offering comfort to the weary and guidance to the lost. A turning point came in 1683 when Nicola undertook a pilgrimage on foot to Loreto. With unwavering faith, he sought divine intercession for the liberation of Vienna from the advancing Turkish forces. His prayers, filled with fervor, reflected his deep devotion to God and humanity. After years of dedicated service, Nicola returned to Longobardy in 1694. His journey had come full circle, yet his mission remained unchanged: to serve, to love, and to lead others closer to God. Saint Nicola Saggio's life was one of unwavering faith, humility, and devotion. His legacy continues to inspire those who seek a path of righteousness. Though his earthly journey ended, his spirit endures in the hearts of the faithful, a beacon of light guiding us toward divine grace. These remarkable saints have left an enduring mark on Christian history, inspiring generations with their faith, courage, and devotion. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the heart of Lesser Armenia, in what is now modern-day Sivas, Turkey, lived a man whose faith and compassion would inspire generations. Saint Blaise of Sebaste, a physician, bishop, and healer, became one of the 14 holy helpers and remains a revered figure in both Eastern and Western Christian traditions. The earliest references to Saint Blaise come from the writings of Aetius Amidinus, a physician around the year 500 AD. Before becoming a bishop, Blaise was a skilled doctor, known for treating the sick with both medicine and prayer. His compassion and healing gifts extended beyond humans. He was known to heal animals that came to him for help. Blaise's deep spirituality led him to become the Bishop of Sebastia. His leadership was not just in words but in actions. He led by example, offering guidance, healing, and faith to those in need. Many flocked to him, seeking cures for bodily ailments and spiritual afflictions. In 316 AD, the Roman governor Agricola, acting under orders from Emperor Licinius, began a harsh persecution of Christians. Blaise, despite his holy reputation, was arrested and subjected to brutal torture. One of the most well-known accounts tells of him being scourged and tortured with iron combs, tools used by woolcombers, before finally being beheaded. And February 11th in Eastern traditions. Saint Blaise's influence spread far and wide. He became the patron saint of woolcombers, a nod to the instrument of his torture, and of those suffering from throat diseases. Churches, shrines, and festivals in his honor still stand as a reminder of his faith and sacrifice. His shrine in Sebastia, though now in ruins, was once a pilgrimage site. Even travelers like Saint Blaise's influence spread far and wide. His unwavering faith in the face of suffering became a testament to his devotion to God. One of the most enduring legends tells of a mother bringing her child, choking on a fishbone, to Saint Blaise. Through his prayers, the child was healed. This story led to his veneration as the patron saint of throat ailments. To this day, many Christians seek his intercession, particularly during the blessing of the throats on his feast day, February 3rd in the Latin Church. He became the patron saint of woolcombers, a nod to the instrument of his torture, and of those suffering from throat diseases. Churches, shrines, and festivals in his honor still stand as a reminder of Harco Polo, and William of Rubruck noted its importance centuries later. Saint Blaise's story is one of faith, healing, and unwavering devotion. His life reminds us that true strength lies not in power, but in faith and compassion. Today, his name is spoken in prayers, his blessings sought in churches, and his legacy remembered by all who find hope in his story. These remarkable saints have left an enduring mark on Christian history, inspiring generations with their faith, courage, and devotion. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss our future documentaries on these other great saints.